New Balance once again in 2022 is having a very strong year, and it's been a particularly strong year for one sneaker, the 990 V3. And now New Balance have linked up with a familiar name. They've linked up with Patta to get their take on the model. And did they deliver or did they miss the mark? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. My name is Josh and I will be reviewing the Patta and New Balance 990 V3. So what is good, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, my name is Josh. I'm doing all types of sneaker content, at least 3 videos a week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, give a follow to my socials right here, and of course check out the podcast, the Kickback Pod. All of the links are in the description. So Amsterdam's Patta. Now they are not a stranger to New Balance collabs. In fact, they've had some pretty strong ones in the past on the 920, as well as those pink 991s, which a lot of people will say is one of the best 991s ever. So naturally, the expectations were quite high when we heard that Patta would be collabing on the 990 V3, but it turns out that these aren't too hot with the general public because these officially released on September the 30th on the Patta website. And as of the time of filming this video, which is 5 days later, there is still pretty much a full size run available on the Patta site. These did not sell out. They are currently sitting, and there will be an even wider release, not just on the New Balance website, but also several other retailers will be getting them on October the 7th. The name of this collab is officially called the Family First, and that's because unlike their previous collabs with New Balance, this one actually came in full family sizing, even infant sizes. And the retail price on the adult version was 250 euros, $250 in the US. And in my opinion, that's part of the reason why these didn't sell out. If you guys have been watching the news lately, you've probably just seen one word over and over. That is inflation is just going crazy right now. So spending $250 on a pair of shoes is probably not too high on people's priority list right now. But now let's get into the shoes, starting off with what is actually my favorite part about this pair, and that is this box. So you get this all over lime green colored box. You can also faintly see the Patta logo at the top of the box. And on the inside, you get this paper with it, which says Patta New Balance Family First. But getting into the shoe, so the official colorway of this shoe is olive and white pepper. The olive is pretty obvious to me. I'm not exactly sure where that white pepper color is, however. And according to the Patta website, this colorway was inspired by trees, taking it back to Patta's Surinamese roots. I've never been to Suriname, but apparently we got some neon green trees over there. Most of the shoe is done in suede, and it is done in this olive color. I was excited to see how the shoe would look in hand because on the website it almost looked like a grayish green type of color, but having the shoes in hand definitely looks much more of an olive green. Nowhere near as green as the Jounds, for example. This Patta collab is definitely done in a darker shade, but it's still a green shoe nonetheless. The mesh panels as well done in that same olive green color. There's also just been a lot of green colored New Balances this year. Maybe that's also part of the reason why these sat. And then you additionally get these neon green panels. So that is the unexpected color used on the shoe. You get it on the toe area as well as near the ankle collar. The N logo is done in gray and it is reflective. It's done in 3M. Moving down to the midsole, it is done in this sail looking color. And then you also get this rather unexpected gray speckled midsole. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about this colorway? Did you think it was too simple or too unexpected? Are these different hits of green working for you? I would like to know your thoughts down in the comments. You also get some Patta branding near the back of the shoe. You see Patta written there, also done in 3M lettering. And additionally on the heel, you get that Patta P logo. On the insole, there is a picture of a building here, which I'm sure is a recognizable building in Amsterdam. Maybe someone can drop a comment with the name of this building. I'm not entirely sure what it is. The lace options that you get with the shoe, so they come default in these dark green laces, which I think is the better of the two options. So it also comes with this pair of just regular olive laces which match the colorway of the upper, but I think this dark green actually gives it quite a nice contrast and adds quite a lot to the shoe in my opinion. I thought it would have been cool to also get some neon green laces here, but hey, you can't have everything. From a quality point of view, the quality used on the suede upper is very, very nice and soft. It's just as good as the suede used on the Jowns as well. I mean, the shoes do come with a pretty high retail price, so at least they didn't cheap out on the materials. From a sizing point of view, so with 990s, I personally like to go true to size, although a lot of people will say you can also go a half size down. I would say I have slightly wide feet, so I kind of like that extra bit of room that the true to size gives me. When I do go down half a size, I can feel my little toe hitting up against the edge of the shoe, so that adds a bit of discomfort for me. So I do prefer to go true to size. But if you have narrow feet, you can definitely go down half a size. And this goes without saying, the 990 V3 is one of the most comfortable shoes ever made. You can just wear this all day and your feet won't even get tired. But let's wrap this thing up. Let me give you my overall thoughts on the New Balance 990 V3 Patta. Are these a cop or a drop? Quality is very good, but for me, this colorway is just, I guess, kind of not so special. It's just a bit average for me. Combining the neon green with these tonal hits of olive gray, I'm not exactly sure it's working too well visually. And also the speckled midsole, I'm not a fan of speckled midsoles on any shoe, no different on this one. I feel like they kind of threw this on there as an afterthought, maybe because they thought the rest of the shoe was just not so interesting that they felt like they needed to add some speckled to the midsole. Also for the price point, I just feel like there's been way better 990 V3s that have dropped this year. Just looking at the Teddy ones, for example, I would rather have the Amethyst, the Moonbeam, even the Marblehead. I'd probably take any of those colorways over these. Especially also if you have the Jown 990 V3s in your collection, then these are just too similar to want to have both. And finally, my last point is that this was a collab with Patta. And Patta, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, they've definitely set a pretty high bar for when it comes to collabs. So I did feel like compared to some of their other collabs, these were a bit of a letdown. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts about that. So I do have to say overall, I do think these are a drop. Of course, I'm very excited to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think about this pair. There's a pretty decent chance I think that these will end up sitting on a lot of sites and you might get lucky, maybe even get them on sale, especially considering Black Friday is coming up. That $250 price point is definitely quite steep. If you enjoyed the video and you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.